friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be continuing on with the HR series, to give you guys tips that you've requested and, just some things about the HR field that I think may be helpful to you. So first of all, thank you to all my new subscribers. I see you guys. Welcome. I'm glad to have you over here at Stacy C's spot. And if there's any other content or questions you have, leave them in the comments below and I'll definitely get back to you. So if getting into HR, that was one of the things you guys wanted to talk about, how to get your foot in the door. If that's something you would like to see, please continue to watch and let's get in. So I have 10 tips to help you get into the HR field. And I have my drink here because I'm going to do a lot of talking. So the first thing I would say, and this is in no order, I just made a list. First thing, look for entry-level positions. So that may be something like an HR coordinator, HR assistant. Unfortunately with HR, a lot of times if you don't have the HR background, you have to start at entry-level positions. So look for those entry-level positions, or even sometimes you might be able to do a lateral move. Like if you're a manager in another department, like say accounting or something like that, you may be able to switch over to HR depending on your organization and the needs of the organization. So as a rule of thumb, though, I would say look for entry-level positions. Also, number 2, look at staffing agencies. That's how I was able to get into the field, through a contract staffing agency. But, any other staffing agencies, especially if you're right out of college, like Aerotech, they recruit college students. So look at staffing agencies, employment agencies, some of the local government, like we have one called Maryland One Stop, which is, basically for Maryland residents to have a place to go to look for jobs, help with resume writing, stuff like that. That's a way to get your foot in the door. Look at agencies like that assist with career development and job, opportunities. Third thing, ask to assist or be mentored by the HR department where you work. So what I mean by that, so if your HR department does a lot of career fairs or they go out on recruiting events, ask them, can you go and assist, and help with the career fair? Or ask, can you come in and help whatever they may need in the department to, maybe do some filing, which you may not be able to because of confidentiality, but anything they may need, making packets for a career fair or anything they need, basically I'm saying let them know, or volunteer in their department, let them know that you are interested in HR and you're, maybe you can chum up with somebody and they can be your mentor from the HR department. Especially if you are taking HR classes and, you can bring that to them that you really want to support your coursework. Is there anything you can do in the department? Even if it's just answering the phones or helping schedule interviews, something to help, in the department and show them your interest. And of course, this goes without saying. Number 4, take HR training, trainings, workshops, classes. If you're trying to get your degree in HR, of course, get the education to support your goals. So I wouldn't say take the certification until you have some HR background and training, but that could be the end result, is to get your HR certification. And another thing, guys, sometimes with HR, they look at not just HR degrees, they'll look at other degrees such as psychology, any kind of business degree, social sciences, and sociology. All that ties into HR, so you may be able to use that degree if you can show, how it relates to what you would be doing in HR. Also, if you're already in an organization and you have some experience, I feel like I'm a sneeze, guys, so forgive me ahead of time. Apply for open positions and show how your experience, again, ties into HR. So say you're working at an organization, you used to be in accounts receivable, whatever, and you did some payroll, or you were, whatever. You could apply for an HR job and say, based on your experience, over here in accounts receivable or accounts payable, this is what I did, and show how it could relate to an HR job. So yes, look internally at your positions at your job, because they know you and you may be able to get your foot in the door, because you're an internal candidate. And of course, it goes without saying, internships are a good way to get your foot in the door, especially you college students. If you can land an HR internship and you do that every summer, when it's time for you to graduate, they may have a position for you. So, and I'll do a vlog on internships, but I wanted to throw that out there. And of course, number 7, networking. That's the key. So, like I said, especially if you're trying to get a job within your company, network with those people that are already in your job. Like, talk to your people in HR and, establish a relationship with them. If you're not, if you don't have an HR department on site where you work, just networking, period. Going to business events and find out who's who. And, there's a lot of social networking out there too, guys. So look into that. Number 8, be business savvy. So, of course, HR is all about the business and the organization. So, know your stuff. So, have a business mindset, business acumen, know the field, pretty much. Number 9, tailor your resume and cover letter to fit the job you're applying for. So, if you're looking for HR jobs and you don't have any HR experience, when you submit your resume with all this other stuff, recruiters are going to overlook it because they're looking for HR buzzwords, HR experience, and they're not seeing any. So you should tailor your job. So say on your resume, you helped with a training, and it doesn't even have to be HR related. So train employees on whatever. That's where you would highlight, okay, I can do training. That's an HR function. So I assisted or I facilitated a training for 20 employees. I provided, whatever. Show how it relates. Again, going back to the accounting thing. If you did accounting and you helped with payroll, reconciling payroll, put that in there. Like for me, this is when I was an HR assistant, but still, we had to do a whole system upgrade. So you can be in IT, and we had to change the whole HRIS system and implement a new one. So I put on my resume, assisted and helped facilitate HRIS system transition. So show things, even if they're not HR, that how it could, be related to an HR function. Okay. Oh, and your cover letter too. Let me say that. So when you do a cover letter, because your resume doesn't reflect HR experience, that's where you highlight in your cover letter. Although I do not have HR experiences, true HR experience, I have assisted, done, performed, blah, 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 blah. So it shows where it ties into HR. And number 10, bring a skill to the table that will support an HR environment. So again, going back to my same examples, if you have training experience, you could be a teacher like I was a teacher. That's training. So highlight that. If you're good with data and worksheets and Excel spreadsheets, hone in on that. HR is a lot of data. So say data experience, whatever that is. And again, accounting, payroll, all of that ties in. If you did anything with benefits or setting up wellness programs, all that kind of stuff, even though you may not be in HR, all that is related. So you want to highlight that and, let people know that's your background. Like I'm a data person. I worked here, did data on this, and this. There may be a way to tie it in. And just another, this is just a bonus tip. Just be persistent. Don't give up. Like I said, show your interest. Reach out periodically. I'm trying to enter into the HR field. Any tips you may have. Can I be mentored by someone? Can I volunteer? Blah, blah, blah. Just make yourself known to the organization or to the department and be persistent. And just like finding a job in any field, you got to be persistent. You got to keep trying. When one door closes, open up another. Just keep trying. But of course, try to get the education and something behind you to show that you're serious. Like, you know, take some workshops, you know, just show it. Even if it's an online class, y'all, or a free seminar, do stuff like that. Speaking of that, I found some articles on SHRM, which is Society for Human Resource Management, that talks about entering the HR field or entry-level positions. And I think it's 2 links. I'm going to put that down in the description box to help you, and go read the articles. And some of that I pulled from them, and some when I started writing, and then when I went and read the articles, I said, okay, I was on point, you know, so it validated what I'm telling you is correct. So yeah, do that. And I hope these tips were helpful, guys. If you have specific questions or specific situations, leave them in the comments below and I will get back to you. I mentioned last time that some of the comments I had gotten, for some reason, YouTube was holding my comments for approval. So if it takes me a minute, it's because I either haven't seen them or I haven't gotten to approve them yet. And for those that I did respond to months later, I apologize. I just saw them. But I will definitely get back to you. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was helpful. I'll bring another topic next week. I'm not sure how long this series is going to be, but you guys have a lot of topics you want me to cover. So I hope you enjoyed episode 2, and I will see you guys in the next vlog. Thanks for watching. Have a happy, good week, productive week, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.